How's it going, Internet? This is Jacob with Jacob Reviews Things, and today I'm just here to do a quick video about traveling with knives. I'm a knife salesman. This is one of the most common questions I get is, can I travel with knives? How do I travel with knives? What knives should I travel with? All this fun stuff. But before I answer those questions, just wanted to say real quick, I am traveling right now. So I don't have a tripod with me, so we're relying on pure shoulder stabilization. Whatever gyroscope is in my shoulder, it's gonna have to be good enough for this video, so it's gonna be a little shaky. Now, on to the first question. Can you travel with knives? Yes. You just have to put them in a checked bag. Yeah, it's really that simple. You just can't bring a knife in a carry-on. Uh, yeah, that should be common knowledge. Some people don't know that. I don't know. I met a guy who tried to bring a decommissioned hand grenade onto a plane once. I mean, you never know. That's a story for another time, though. But yeah, check it in a bag. You must check it in a bag. Number two. Oh yeah, the other thing to look into, especially if you're traveling internationally, is like look into the laws of the country you're going. You know, you don't want to get your $200 knife taken at customs because they don't. You're going to the UK and they have really strict knife laws or something. Um, yeah, and that's the other thing, I guess. Whatever knife you bring, like, be comfortable with the idea that you might leave it somewhere, or it might get lost or taken or whatever. So don't bring your most expensive, fanciest knife, I guess. Yeah, check your local knife laws. Like right now, I'm in Chicago, and they don't. Technically, you're not allowed to bring any folding knife with a blade over 2.5 inches, and this Spyderco Police is 4 inches. So that was silly on my part. Um, but yeah, whatever. Some countries are more strict, some aren't. Some places. Anyway, so second question, do you even need a knife? Like me right now, I'm just going to be in Chicago for a little over a week. Do I need either of these knives? Not really. I mean, I just brought this because I'm going to be on my own. I just basically wanted something like a box cutter, something to walk around with, something easy to use, something I could use comfortably with a gloved hand if I had to, because it's cold out here in Chicago. Yeah, something unoffensive where if I'm walking around the city, people aren't going to be like, what the heck? What is that? Why does this guy have a big knife on him? Like, I don't need that. Yeah, so this Mora just hit all those categories, and then I brought the Spyderco Police because just for shits and giggles. Yeah, did not realize Chicago's knife laws were that strict, but at the same time, I don't think I'm ever gonna need to have either of these on me. I just really like knives. I'm a bit obsessed, if you can't tell. So yeah. Question number two, do you need a knife? Depends on what you're doing. Like for me, if I'm going camping, I'm gonna bring a knife. Like, yeah, and like when I went to Tanzania, I was like, oh man, what knife am I? I'm gonna bring my 10-inch Bowie in case a lion attacks me. And I was like, nah, I just need a little knife for camping and hiking. You know, it's like if a lion attacks you, you're a 10-inch Bowie knife isn't gonna do shit. You're not gonna hear it coming in the first place. Yeah. So, what do you need? You got to answer that question for yourself. You probably know more than me. Um, yeah. And then you just got to pick the knife from there. Yeah. Oh, and so yeah, my honest answer would be just a fixed blade of some kind if you need one, and then a Swiss Army knife or a multi-tool, because like a Leatherman, because you get all you get a mini toolbox, you get some decent blades with them, you're getting a knife that's useful, unoffensive. You're not gonna be like, no customs agent is gonna be like, why are you bringing a Swiss Army knife into my country? How dare you? What are you planning to do with this weapon? Like, you're never gonna get that. At least I hope you don't. Yeah, so Maybe a little fixed blade if you need one, Swiss Army knife. I would personally choose a fixed blade over a folder in this case. I'm just going to show you why real quick. All right, so one thing that's nice about fixed blades, aside from the fact they're usually tougher, especially if they're full tang, is they're easier to get to. A lot of you. So we're going to do a quick demonstration here in front of the mirror. Pan up so you guys don't have to look right at my crotch. So I'm walking down the street. I need to get to my knife quickly. Oop, hold the whole thing out. 1 second. There we go. Easy. So yeah, real quick. Took about a second. This quick, but not that quick. My other hand. Wow. All right. Sorry, this is a lot harder to do when I'm paying attention to the camera. You get the idea, though. Took about a second. This, maybe 2 seconds, second and a half. And like I said, I can get to this, my Mora, with both hands very easily. No issues there. But with this, if I need to use my left hand, now suddenly I'm doing that, and now I've got, yeah, it's just more of a mess, harder to deploy. So for that one reason, I personally would rather have a fixed blade on me. Yeah. And this isn't anything tactical or super cool. This isn't like a high-speed, low-drag fighting knife. All right, cool. It's actually, I don't know why the whole thing was coming out there. Anyway, yeah, you're not going to, Delta Force or SEAL Team 6 aren't running around with Mora knives strapped to their belt, kicking indoors, is my point. So, yeah, get yourself a decent fixed blade of some kind. Find yourself a Swiss Army knife. That's really all you're ever going to need for travel, as far as I know. Unless you're like backpacking around the Amazon for a month, or going into a war zone, or something crazy. Something way crazier than what most people use, where most people go to travel. So hopefully this was helpful. Like I said, this is the Mora knife Eldris Light. Love this knife. Would recommend it to anybody, just traveling or not. This is one of my favorite knives ever. Spyderco Police 4. Great knife. Feel a little silly bringing it to a place where it's not allowed, but yeah, whatever. Like, this is, so who cares? Anyway, happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas. Hope you all have a great New Year.